doing at the moment is looking at an Irish-New Zealand animal comparison study where we're also validating the Sheep Ireland genetic sheep index. So in Sheep Ireland, animals are ranked on 2 indexes, a replacement and a terminal index. So what we've done is we've selected the top 20% of animals on the replacement index, and they're ranked as 5-star, and then we've selected the bottom 20% of animals on the index, and they're ranked as 1-star. So we're trying to compare both of these groups in order to see if there is a difference, if our genetic index is actually working. And then we've imported a group of New Zealand animals. So we have ewes and rams that we imported in 2014 and 2015, and they've been running here within our system as a benchmark so that we can compare our 5-star Irish animals to our New Zealand animals. So in New Zealand they've been using genetic selection for about 20 years, whereas here we've probably been using it for about 6 or 7. So it's just seeing if we're doing things right and if what we're doing is as it should be, I guess. So in relation to some of the results that we're seeing from the project, it's a full system study where we have 180 ewes split evenly across the 3 groups. We've just brought up a selection of ewes for you here today. So we have 30 ewes on the stand, 10 in each of the groups behind me, and then a selection of their progeny in front. I suppose one of the first things that you might notice if anybody has been clever enough to count the lambs in each of the pens, you'll see that there are more lambs in one of the pens than the other. So if anyone's a keen sheephead by eye, which pen would you say the most lambs are in? 1, 2 or 3? 1. Anyone else? Yeah, so our New Zealand pen has the most lambs. What we're trying to do with that is to reflect the weaning rate of the groups. So as you can see from some of the results here, when we look at some of the mating and fertility data, our New Zealand ewes tend to hold body condition score better. They have higher body condition score than our Irish ewes, and they would hold this throughout the year. They're having higher conception rates to first service and higher scan rates. So the higher scan rate is obviously leading to more lambs being born, and it's leading to a higher weaning rate, which we've tried to reciprocate here by having more lambs on show. And the more lambs you wean, the more meat you produce, and the more animals you get to sell. So it's more money in your back pocket. I wouldn't be complaining if that was me anyway. In relation to some of the lamb traits then, Nicola is going to talk you through some of the results that we're seeing on lamb performance.